peeps, welcome back to Thank God It's Friday. On a positive note, I am excited it's Friday. Why am I excited it's Friday? Because I have the day off. And it is the grand opening of the Pink Raspberry. It's going to be really cool. They're having a ribbon breaking ceremony with the mayor of our town. And there's going to be a barbecue and face painting. It's going to be lots of fun. So I'm super excited about doing that. It is, I'm pretty sure, around 6:30 in the morning. And I decided to tape this because I think I am going to go, before I go to the Pink Raspberry, I think I'm going to make a trip into London to go to Michael's to look for a frame for this crazy custom that I'm doing that's driving me nuts. Yes, I'll say it. It is driving me crazy. And it seems to be a never-ending. I guess because I'm doing such a big section. That's why I feel like it's taking forever. But I only have that section left, and then if I get my scissors, I'll cut. Oh, I shouldn't have done it like that. So I only have like this little section left to do after this one. So I'm hoping I'll be done by this weekend. But I'm not taking it with me to the Pink Raspberry. I'm going to take the little girl that I'm doing. Just because this one is such a big canvas and it's bulky to move around. And I have popping drill issues with them, and I don't want to lose any more drills than I have already lost. So yeah. What's new with me? Not too much is new with me. Yesterday, after I did my last WIP&CHAT, which was pretty depressing, and I'm sorry about that. I hope you guys all forgive me. I was just having one of those days, you know? One of those days you just feel like life is getting to you. Everybody's entitled to have a bad day. And yesterday, it was my bad day. So, I apologize in advance about yesterday. But I do want to go to Michael's to try to find a frame. I don't know how I'm going to frame this. I don't want it to look silly. I don't want it to have showing on each side, if you know what I mean. With diamond paintings, they're hard to find frames for. So I'm going to go take a look, see if I can find a bigger one that has a mat inside. I don't really want to go custom because they want almost $200 for a custom at Michael's. And I'm already giving money for this wedding, and I feel like I don't really want to give $300 worth or more. So I'm just going to try to see if I can find a frame that maybe I can use a discount coupon on to get, because I already paid $45 as it is for this canvas. So plus that on top, plus the money I'm going to give, which is quite a bit, equals to a lot of money. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'm going to give it yet. Let's see what it looks like at the end result. I wish I could show everybody, but I don't want to show their faces because privacy issues. But right now, all I'm working on is like the trees, the background. It's quite annoying, actually. That's all I have left is the background. I think I should start with backgrounds first. It doesn't matter which way you go, it always ends up being backgrounds towards the end, I think. Anyway. What else do I have to talk about? I don't really have much to talk about this week. I went grocery shopping yesterday and I ran into one of the offshore workers that come to Canada to work at my plant. They all come from Jamaica. We have 53 employees from Jamaica that come to Canada for 6 months out of the year to work in our processing part of our plant, because processing is only a seasonal job. So it's only for 6 months out of the year, and at the 6 months out of the year, we have offshore people that come and do it. I don't know why they go that route, and they don't just hire employees from Canada. I'm not sure why they do that. But I would never want to work in processing, so maybe a lot of Canadians don't stick to that job. I'm not quite sure why, because that's where you see all the gross stuff. Trust me, if you people knew what comes in your food before you eat it, everybody wouldn't eat food. But anyway, I'm not even going to get into that topic. So he approaches me at the grocery store and says, "Do you work at the plant?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I kind of chuckled to myself. It took them 3 years to recognize that I work there out of work. Because, like, obviously, you don't look the same on your everyday look than you do when you go to work. Because you're all in warm clothes and you wear a hairnet. And I'm sure I look different outside of work than I do at work. Because I know I don't look very beautiful at work anyhow. But yeah, so I was talking to him, and I was talking to him about all the changes that are happening. He hasn't seen them yet because they just got here on Wednesday, he said. Then he asked me how the winter was, and I told him it wasn't that bad this year. But then I forgot. We did have that polar bear vortex that went through. That was about the worst part of the winter, I think. So we didn't really have that much of a snow dump in Ontario like we usually do. So yeah, so he came up to me and talked to me for a little bit, and my daughter's like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, somebody I work with." And then I saw some in Walmart, but I'm not sure. I didn't really recognize them. I'm not sure if they work at Bonwell or not. But he didn't speak very good English at all. So I'm sure they hired new people. Like 53 seems like an awful lot. I don't remember 53, but some of these guys have been coming back for 30 years. So it's not like it's their job half of the year. Like, they come back every year. They have seniority. They do get, like, recognition for their time working there. So, which I think is really neat. So, they're probably all happy. They're actually coming back this year late in the season because in Ontario we've had so much rain. So it has put a damper on the fields, and the crops aren't growing as fast as they should be by now. So things have been delayed, and that's not good for us. Like Mother Nature, you never know what Mother Nature is going to do. You don't know if you're going to have a good crop or if you're going to have a bad crop that year, and it does affect us. And it does affect our can't even say the word. Productivity. Maybe that's not how you say it. I don't know. This customer is driving me cuckoo. My arm still kills. I went to the store also to get Voltaren to rub on my aching bones. It's somewhat helping, but not as much as I want it to help. I don't know. Some days I feel like just get a gun and shoot me. Put me out of my misery. Because I'm in so much pain some days. But hopefully this knot or whatever it is loosens up. It's not as bad today as it was the last few days. I just hope it heals by Monday when I go back to work. I don't know when I'm going back to work to. I don't know if the machines are running. I don't know if they got the robot up and running. Went for training and there was nothing to train on because it wasn't done. So that was kind of a bummer. Maybe I shouldn't have took this shift away for today that I did, but I did take it away because I just did not feel like I wanted to go to the Pink Raspberry, and when I first signed up, he didn't have today scheduled. So I didn't care because I wanted to go to this, and then he changed the schedule and put me on for Friday, and I'm like, well, I already have plans on Friday. So then he took me off of it. He said he was going to give me more hours, but he never did. So I don't know if it's because he forgot to put me in somewhere else, but he never put me in another slot. So yeah, that is that. I want to get these G's done. Look at the trains going by. I notice on a lot of my videos you can hear the train because I live by the tracks. I think anywhere in Strathroy you hear the train. I don't know. Maybe not by my sister's house so much. You probably don't hear the train, but I feel like everywhere in Strathroy you could probably hear the train. Because it runs right through the center of the town. Another thing I want to do when I go to Michael's is I wanted to look for buttons because I want to try to make those, I forget what they call them, those magnets to hold your paper down. I want to try to make my own, and if I'm successful at making them, maybe I can sell them at the Pink Raspberry. Maybe she'll buy some off me to sell. That's what I kind of wanted to try to do too. I don't know where in Canada you'd buy buttons like that. I looked on AliExpress, but the majority of them on AliExpress have the holes. I don't want the holes in the buttons. So that's another thing I want to go look at today at Michael's while I'm there. Who knows what I'm going to walk out with. Maybe I'll do a video of what I buy. See what I buy. I don't know yet. So that's another thing I want to do. There's a train again. Choo-choo train. So last night I took a little break from diamond painting and I watched Murder Mystery on Netflix with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler and Luke Evans. It was pretty good. I was expecting it to be more funny because of Adam Sandler. I was hoping, but it was just okay. I didn't love it. It was okay. It wasn't awful, but I think it could have been a little bit more funny than what it was. Because I love Adam Sandler and I love Jennifer Aniston. She is one of my favorite actresses. My all-time favorite actress is Julia Roberts. I love Julia Roberts. She is my favorite. Her and Sandra Bullock. Love them both. Love every movie they're in. They were my favorite ones to watch. See, this is getting pretty low and I have a lot more spots of this color. I hope I have more in my stash. Don't you just love my trays? Oh, I'm surprised nobody comments about my tray, of how many colors I have in my trays. I don't get very many comments, which is sad because I like to hear people's feedback. Maybe they're just not liking my videos. I don't know. Feedback would be nice. But this is probably going to be a short video because I don't have very much to talk about. One girl said that she wanted to see my storage system and how I did it better, but I do have 2 videos. I don't know. Did I not explain it enough? I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I'm going to put in my order today at some point to AliExpress. I am gonna buy some stuff. I'm actually gonna buy a painting that is on Evermoment that, is it Cocart? Sells the image in round of the little girl with the cat with the bird on her head. I first seen that picture on Evermoment. I've seen it for months now. And I've been humming and hawing about it because to buy an Evermoment is a lot more money. And then I seen Cocart had the same one, but they're out of stock. But I even think it's more money through with Cocart than it is with Evermoment. I'm not 100% sure though. But I am going to buy that picture, so it will not be in a round, it will be in a square because I'm getting it from Evermoment and they only do squares. And I've been eyeing that image for so long and I want it so bad. My arm is starting. I don't want to overdo my diamond painting because I would like to diamond paint a little bit down at the pink raspberry today. I hope it's a success today. I hope a lot of people show up. I know for a fact because I was talking to my other friend Mo, well, my best friend Mo, and one of the owner's husbands came in and said that the printer is in. So for a fact, I know that they have their printer here. When are they gonna start making them? from here, I do not know. But I will keep you updated. Then that will be super awesome because you can order a custom from them and you don't have to wait 3 weeks, maybe a week and a half at the most to get a custom from them if you're getting it shipped. If you come right to the store, you could probably get it. It depends, like if you send her the picture and come pick it up, you could probably get it as soon as she's done kitting it up, or if you bring it in for her to do, she'd probably get it done within a day or so. Whenever that starts up, I don't know exactly. I will find out more information today of when they're gonna actually start using the printer. So I have a special project that I asked Lisa to do for me. It's actually for a YouTuber that I want to send to her. It's kind of like an inside joke. And I know she's been working on it for me. And I want to see, like I told her, it can wait for the new printer. So instead of sending it away to be made, I can't wait to see how that turned out. And you know what? I did all the eyes down here and I didn't even think about up here. And there's more eyes up here. I am so terrible at missing letters. Just terrible. These aren't too bad. Like, I thought it was going to be a problem to put them in, but if you don't fill up your tray too much, you can just get them right in the little hole. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Really. Now, if I can just, I'm terrible. Look at, it's kind of embarrassing, really. Like, look at, I have 2 colors here. I'm just terrible. You can wonder why I even know which one it is, which color it is that I'm putting down. My pictures always look right, so I don't know. Oh shoot, where's my wax? And my wax is like a hot mess. Oh, if anybody asks where I got this pen, it's a Rich Craft pen. I love it. I have a pink one as well. Right here. I don't have very many specialty pens. I haven't used my pink one in a while. Maybe I should use my pink one for a little bit. Maybe I'll use my pink one for a little bit. Switch it up. Let's switch it up, people. I haven't used my pink one in a while. You notice how you get a pen and you just use it for a long time and then you forget about your other pens? That's why, oh, this feels so much lighter. And I used to think this one felt heavy. That's just too funny. You know how, like, a lot of people have, like, a lot of different pens, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm neglecting the other pen that I get. Isn't that weird? I feel. And then some of the specialty pens, I like them too, but they're just single placers and I like to use my 3-placer. That's why I really like these ones. But for this painting, I haven't really used the 3-placer because I'm not very good at 3-placing squares. Rounds I'm good at. Squares, let's see if I can, there's no 3 in a row anywhere on this color. I'll try on the next one. But yeah. I really don't know where this other color is. Oh, I think I figured it out. I think they're J's. I'm pretty sure they're J's. Well, that's what they're going to be today. Boink, J. Pretty sure they are because I'm running out of J's. So I'm pretty sure that's a J. It's trees. How bad can I mess up trees? Don't answer that question. Because I probably could mess up the trees. Yep. I really don't have much more to say today. This is probably going to be a really short video. So I really don't have anything to talk about. Nothing super exciting happens in my life. I'm pretty boring. I need more excitement in my life. My kids probably have a way more exciting life than I do. I wonder if my daughter's coming down this weekend. I don't know. She hasn't really said now that they have a car and they have their own independence. Sometimes they just pop in to visit dear old mom. No, they come here to pawn off their dog, to go out gallivanting. That's usually what they do. If you're listening, Sarah, yep, I said it. I said it. You like to pawn off poor Sadie on Grandma. That's okay. Me and Sadie have a good time. Hanging out. And she probably enjoys running in the backyard. And fighting with Annie next door. Oh, yesterday I forgot about my dogs. I'm so bad. It was raining and they were outside and I kept on going to the door telling them to come in, but they wouldn't come in. So then I came into the living room and I sat here for a little bit and I started doing something. And then I realized, oh shoot, the dogs. So I went to the door and there they were, 2 drowned rats standing at my door, soaking wet from the rain. So needless to say, they were wet for a long time. I just laughed at them. And their hair went all crazy because they were wet. And I'm like, serves you guys right for not listening to me when I told you to come in. They didn't want to listen and they wanted to stay out longer. And then I forgot about them. It wasn't hot or anything, so it wasn't like they were dying, but it was raining. But they were on the porch, but they still got wet on the porch. Yesterday I said I was going to go to St. Thomas to get juice. Well, I didn't go. I went in town instead. And I got these ones. I'm not sure, I don't remember what she said that was in this one. It's got culotta in it. That's all I know because I like culotta. And this one is pretty good. It's like a pink, it's like a strawberry peach lemonade. It's really good. Really like it. So this might be one of my new ones that I start buying from now on instead of the other ones, because my coils have been staying not too bad. See that? Not too bad with this juice. They've been staying pretty clean. So I'm really liking this juice. I feel like trading in that other bottle for this new juice because I like it way more. I tried to do O's, but my O's weren't going very good. Yep, because I'm on camera, I can't do O's. I can't do them today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I usually can do O's. I will do O's one day. I will. But today I cannot do O's. Yeah, but I'm really liking this juice. It's not killing my coils, so that's a bonus. I found one juice from that store that I can tolerate. So that will probably be my new fave, because let's face it, I'd rather diamond paint than clean my vape. Oh, I'm so bad at changing my cotton lately. And with that other stuff, it was just so nasty. And I'd have to change it because it got so nasty. But this one, I find the darker ones make your, I don't know why, but these darker ones, this one isn't as dark as the other one that I used to get, but I find that the darker ones make your coils more dirty. I don't know. This one is clear. I like it. It's like the juice I get St. Thomas. I had one juice from St. Thomas. I could vape on it for a week straight with the same, without changing my cotton, and they look awesome. But I have to go all the way to St. Thomas to get it, and I don't want to go all the way to St. Thomas to go buy juice. I'll wait till their store opens in London, and then I'll take a trip to London to get the juice. That's what I think. But I'm not sure where he's opening up in London. That's another thing I have to find out. I haven't talked to them. I'm such a bad friend. We haven't talked. But I haven't really been into, like, yeah, I still vape. But it's not the same anymore since the regulations have changed and you can't vape in the vape store anymore. Well, you can if you're testing it, the juice, but you can't vape. If you work there, you can't vape inside anymore. Everything's changed because of the government. The government rules, which I think are dumb. And it just makes me angry. Okay, we're going to talk about vaping for a little bit because I don't know what else to talk about. So we're going to talk about vaping for a little bit. There's so much controversy about vaping. Now, I quit smoking 4 years ago with vaping. I feel 100% better. I don't stink like cigarettes anymore. My house doesn't stink like cigarettes anymore. I feel better. My lungs are healthier. All around better. What makes me angry is I know they're trying to steer kids away from vaping. I get that. But don't tell them it's going to hurt you. Don't tell them it's harmful, because they just come back and tell you that, oh, you're going to die because you're vaping. And that makes me angry, because if you want to educate them, you say that vaping is a lot better than smoking, but I don't suggest you start vaping. Like, say vaping is wrong, is illegal when you're a youth or a teenager. But I hated how they're saying it's going to kill you like cigarettes are. It's an alternative to smoking. It's a, how would you call it? What's that word? It's an aid. It's a way to stop smoking. It's alternative to help you quit smoking. And I get that they don't want teenagers to do it, but it just drives me nuts when the police officers in town go to the schools and give them a bad impression about vaping, and then all these posts about popcorn lung. Seriously, I've been vaping for 4 years. I have never gotten popcorn lung. You are more likely to get popcorn lung from smoking a cigarette than you would from vaping. Like, it just blows my mind of all the negative publicity out there about vaping. And it just drives me nuts. And then all these posts on Facebook. Oh, this kid blew his face off with his vape. Granted, 101. This is a regulated mod. If anything happens, it automatically shuts off on you and it won't fire. The ones that are blowing up in people's faces are the mechanical mods. They're the tube mods that they put 2 batteries in and it's not regulated by a board. Those are the ones that can blow up in your face if you have improper battery safety. If you put the wrong batteries in, if you put batteries in that have a little bit of a, and I've had it happen to me, that's just dirt. But if your batteries have like any little nicks or tears in them, be careful, because if they touch the other one, sorry about that, I got a phone call and it cut me off. It will cause a reaction. So yeah, that was my spiel about vaping. It just makes me angry that if you want to educate the truth. Don't educate the not truth. So many people I know have quit from vaping. I'm not saying it works for everybody, because it doesn't. And you know what? You have to be willing to quit. You have to make that sacrifice that this is the day you want to quit. You want to stop smoking, because if you don't, vaping's not going to work for you. It's just not going to work for you if you don't. If you don't make the conscious mind that I want to stop vaping. Because if you're just doing it and then it's not going to work. You have to be dedicated in order for it to work. that's all I have to say about that. Like, when I started, to me it was like financially. I can't buy cigarettes and I can't vape. So I got to pick one or the other. So I made a decision that I was going to go buy a vape and I was going to start. I had 4 packs of cigarettes left when I made this decision. I kept those cigarettes in the trunk of my car just in case. And then in the end, I finally gave them away because I quit. And I quit with those little crappy pens. And then that lasted like 2 weeks, and then I went over to Port Huron in the States and I bought my first mod. I don't even have it anymore because I think I gave it away. And an Inspire tank, and I vaped 12 milligrams of nicotine, and then I went down to 6, and then I went down to 3, and then I started sub-ohming because that's when sub-ohming first came out into the industry, was around the time that I quit smoking. And then I started sub-ohming, and then it just spiraled into dripping. And I'm a dripper, but this is a squonker. I've used this for 2 years because, let's face it, it's way easier than dripping all the time. And the flavor you get off of a squonker, like off of an RDA really, is, I think, the best flavor you can get. So if you're a flavor hungry person, I suggest getting a drip like an RDA because I think they're the best. And I love, look at, it's so dent up. Look at, and it's dirty because this is all I've been using for the last 2 years. This is all I've been using. I love my mod. But anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I don't even know how long of a video I even got here. I've been rambling on and off about crazy stuff. I hope I have enough to make a half decent sized video. I did get cut off there. I apologize because my sister called me. I should have known it was around the time that she usually calls in the morning. And I'm going to get ready to head out to London to go to Michael's for a little bit. Why? Because I can. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank goodness it's Friday. Thank goodness it is Friday because it's been one heck of a week. A lot of stuff going down at work, in my life, like I mentioned in my last WIP and Chat. So I just need to have a relaxing, fun weekend. And I think going to the open house at the Pink Raspberry is going to put me in a good mood. And I hope so. And I'll probably have some unboxings to do next week for the Pink Raspberry. I am going to order stuff from AliExpress, so don't worry. There will be other things coming to my channel soon. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember, everybody, a little dab will do you, and have an awesome day. Bye.